I used to believe that I was safe no matter where I went, but now I see crime and violence. I grew up on a small family farm in Ferrisburg, where the occasional 2 cars would pass by. My childhood consisted of mud fights, running through the woods pretending we were in the bridge of Terabithia, and just being able to lay on the ground, knowing that you won't be disturbed until your mom comes to find you for dinner. I had very little knowledge of how other people lived, because the largest city I ever went through would be Burlington. I went through school learning all different things, but never any current events outside of Vermont at most. At that age, I would always hear my parents talking about what was happening over in other countries and the wars they were having. It never impacted me personally until middle school, where I got to try on their shoes and experience what was happening. I began to question several different reasons why there was violence in general. I began to lose trust in the very strangers that surrounded me. My parents told me about how people can be bad before, but it never truly occurred to me how dangerous they could be. I now see different dangers that occur on the very streets. I've seen shouting, anger, fists being thrown, but fortunately I've never seen a crime. I see people in other countries have conflicts because of religious differences, governments, or just an old rivalry that hasn't yet been settled. I see news reports that include pictures and names of Ferrisburg, my hometown's own civilians, that have been included in a drug bust or a child molestation case. It makes me sad every time I see something like this on the news, because I imagine my childhood. It reminds me of how clueless I was about the whole world around me. In a way, I am lucky I was clueless. There are children in other countries who will never have the experiences I had as a child. Today is just one day where someone will get the care they need, but when will this become a daily thing? We need to unite together and help the ones in danger. It can take just one person to push the idea that will change the world, but it won't spread on its own. I look forward to the day when children in danger now can have an equally happy childhood that I did.